Okay, so in this video we are going to use components of force to show why parallelogram law is also very much effective concept. Now again, let's say we have two forces, Fe and Fd, the same we used in the previous videos. We have this Fe. Now let me just scale them. This one maybe it's a bit there. Fe, this is Fd, right? Remember, these forces are slanting, Fe and Fd. Remember, in the introductory video, we talked about resolving forces. Again, it's here on the board, right? You can see there. We said about this force here can be we can find the horizontal and vertical components, Fy and Fx. By using these formulas. Fy is F sin theta and Fx is F cos theta. You should watch that video to understand what those components actually mean. So the same goes to this one. So if this force is slant, maybe let's say this is the vertical axis and this is the horizontal, this is the vertical axis. That means these forces, this Fd here has the amount here. This is Fd. What this is Fd, let's say theta is somewhere here, right? And this is alpha. So this is Fd sin theta. This is Fd cos theta. Okay, and again this if I resolve this one, this is alpha, right? So this is going to be the horizontal component. Remember, this one is facing this direction. That means its components are this one and this one. Make sure you've watched that video. So here it will be Fe cosine alpha, right? And again, it's going to also contribute in this vertical force going upwards by Fa sine alpha. Okay, so that we resolved those forces. Now I can again say I assume this Fd is bigger. We know this Fd, according to this geometry, this line is longer than this one, like how I said in the previous video. So Fe, these forces, I can take them aside and draw like a right angle. This and this one will be the height of this triangle, right angle triangle. So here it will be Fd sin theta plus Fe sin alpha, right? The net force, that means you just add these two forces, the net force and the net horizontal force. The net, let's say because this force is bigger, that means let's say the net force will move into this direction, right? So it will be this one, it's greater, Fd cosine theta. I subtract with Fe cos theta. Fe cos theta. So technically, I've drawn it badly. This line, it's gonna be smaller somehow if you try to be a bit realistic, because it's this one you add the values, this one you subtract the values, but not necessarily. So that means the resultant force will somehow be here. This is the F resultant. This F resultant, again, we can, instead of drawing it over here aside, we can also put it somewhere here. It's going to be somewhere here as the F resultant, which is just going to be the same value as if you could have used the parallelogram rule. Okay, so parallelogram rule always works. It's a mathematical rule, but it also works in physics, and we can also use these principles, and they all show that parallelogram rule still holds the best. Okay, after now knowing the basics and components, parallelogram rule, and what do we mean by resolving forces and the components of forces, make sure you watch my video on how I solve these problems concerning components of force, so as you gain more understanding. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.